Hi, this is Mark with ShotRock. I'm going to show you a new feature for the Yealink T54W and T46 phones. Let me bring an image over real quick. If you look at your telephone, you'll notice that you don't have these larger DSS buttons that show the full names. But there's a new feature that will make these big. There's a mid-size. This is the mid-size, and this is the one I prefer because it shows the time and date in the middle. There's extended, and basically the two rows take up the entire image of the phone, and the time and date is just scrolled up here at the very top. There's also an option to put your name on top of the phone. So how do we do that? Let me just show you real quick. You're going to log into your main portal here. You can go down to individual phone settings at the bottom left. You're going to find the person's extension number that you want to program and set up. You can go to phone options, and down here this new option says display label. You can do extension name or extension number. Name is by default, number is by default, name is the new feature. And then on DSS key length, it comes default, which is pretty minimal and doesn't show a whole lot. And then you have extended, which literally takes up the two rows will take up the entire screen, and the time and date will be at the top right. I prefer mid-range. That's what I set mine with. It's mid-range. So once you make that change, and I would just go ahead and do all your phones, and then click for save. And then, of course, after you make all your changes and you click your save changes to the system, you're going to have to reboot all the telephones right there in red. To reboot the phone, simply go over to the X button, and you can hold down the X key for 5 seconds. It'll ask you, do you want to reboot? Or you can go into the system. I think users can do this. Let me make sure you try it out. But there is a support tool under support tools. And depending on if you have a BV, which is a Pure Cloud, or BV Plus, which has a star box, you can go and reboot specific telephones. Mine's a BV Plus, so it says you can go to a specific extension and reboot it by going to here. But if you have a BV, it'll just have two options, reboot system, and then you just go into each phone and individually reboot them. So it's pretty easy. But again, this feature is under individual phone settings, find the extension, go to phone options. Again, I prefer the mid-range, and again, that makes it look like this. My name's at the top of my phone, and my buttons have extended. I still have the time. The time and date is smaller than what it used to be, but you can see it says switch box. Before I could just see SWITC, and that was about it, and some dots. But now I can see all that. So from here on out, I'll be programming all my customers, future customers, with this extension name, programming, and mid-range. But if yours is out there and you want to change it, this is how you do it. All right, that's all I have. If you have any questions, you can email us at the help desk. That's helpdesk@shotrock.com, SHOTROK.com.